you guys? Welcome back to another video. So last video, this is pretty much part 2 of last video. Last video we did go ahead and install the headers in the car, and I didn't have enough footage for after the headers were installed, so I figured I'll get another set of footage for you guys, which will pretty much be the rundown of the install process, how the car sounds, what I think, and if you guys should go with these headers. And there's a lot I want to talk about in this video, but also show you guys how the car sounds. Alright, so you guys have heard the car. This is gnarly, insane. So I do want to talk a little bit about these headers, pretty much what to look out for, just the installation process, and just a little review on the headers. And if you guys are looking for headers for your E55, especially the M113K, there are a lot of headers that are pretty much the same that have been ran, I don't know for how long, but other companies have rebranded them, selling them at their own price. These headers, I'll tell you, they are Chinese headers. These headers I got from eBay. I got a pretty good deal on them. They're $450 on eBay. These headers, if you guys already are plugged into the community, you guys already know these are Chinese headers that a lot of M113K owners run on the E55. If you guys are wanting to go with these headers, cheaper option is eBay because they're pretty much the same. So I went with these headers because it's just a simple bolt on and clamps, and then boom, you're good to go. Well, that's not really the case. These headers are a pain in terms of fitment. So that's one con about these headers. I mean, they bolt out real perfectly to the block. The section that is really a fitment issue is the driver's side, how tight it is to the exhaust heat shield. I really wanted to get a lot of footage during the installation, but I couldn't because I just wasn't available when the install was going on. But that's one thing to look out for. But overall, I'll say have a lot of patience with these headers because, man, the fitment, after getting the headers installed onto the block, the Y pipe and the middle section, the X pipe going into the resonator, man, you're gonna have to play a lot around with it. The shop that I went with, Delta Performance, if you guys are local in Atlanta, highly recommend that shop. With the clamps and everything, trying to get it all fitted properly, we had to do multiple runs with heat cycling just to make sure there are no leaks. Even the section that goes to the resonator section, and right in the middle there, piping from the headers, one section was actually longer than what it was supposed to be. So you would have to do some cutting, clamp it onto whatever fitment is gonna fit to the resonator. Those are the cons on these headers. If anything, if you get the expensive ones that are $1,200, it's pretty much the same thing as these you would find on eBay. They're great headers. I mean, they're Chinese. They're gonna last. The only thing is, if I were to redo this again, I would go with Moscow Supercharged LongTube headers. I bought these headers before I even considered wanting to go with Moscow Supercharged. I love how it goes from the headers. It just replaced the stock exhaust all the way to the resonator. And these headers, the diameters are a lot bigger in terms of exhaust flow wise versus the stock diameter. I don't want to go too much into the diameters. Yeah, that's the reason why. So I'll tell you, after installing the headers, you're gonna have to run this car, heat cycle it, because these are stainless steel, so they expand and then they shrink. Once you do that, you would have to go back, revisit, make sure nothing has shifted or anything like that. These are definitely going to shift just a tad bit, so you would have to go back and just reclamp stuff, make sure there are no leaks, and that is pretty much what I had to go through with the shop. And it's better to have the peace of mind that way than, you know, going to a shop that installs it for you and it's like, okay, you're good to go, see ya. No, that's not the case. These you'd have to revisit them, make sure everything is clamped up, no leaks, and in the end, they sound phenomenal. All right, going to the second part. This, man, this car sounds insane, guys, insane. I love it. I've been driving this pretty much every day. Last video I was talking about being nervous about it being too loud because I didn't have any mufflers and just the resonator. So right now it's headers all the way to X pipe to the stock resonator and back with no muffler, and it sounds insane. It sounds really good. I don't think I'm gonna add anything to it. It's pretty much perfect. If I were to do anything, maybe I might put a mini Dynamax race bullet mufflers on the both ends, but I just love the way it sounds right now. Like, you can just be cruising and not getting on it, and it's just quiet. And once you get on it, oh my gosh, the real sound comes on. I also did talk about running high flow cats on here, but I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that because I just love the way it sounds. Honestly, it's perfect. So yeah, that's it for the sound wise. In terms of how much power I'm gaining from this alone with a really solid tune, I should be seeing anywhere between 50 to 60 horsepower. Right now with no tune, I'm probably running at a gain of 25 horsepower, give or take. I did lose some PSI of boost, probably 1.5 to almost 2 PSI of boost. When I get on this thing, the IATs are just staying at 84. It doesn't climb up at all. I think it's because the car is breathing a lot better. There's less pressure in the intake manifold. If anything, I probably won't tune it yet. I think I'm gonna leave it like this because I want to do one more upgrade before I tune it. The next thing I want to do on it is to install the 85mm throttle body. Whenever you do long tube headers and you upgrade the throttle body, are the best things you could do on this car. So I'll go ahead and upgrade the throttle body and then go from there. We'll see how AFR is reading. Again, going back to the option of either running these headers or the Moscow Supercharged headers, I would still advise going with the Moscow Supercharged headers just because the quality is way better. Just the material they use for their headers is phenomenal. These, I love how beefy they are. That's why I went with them. In the future, if anything, let's just say, I don't know, 5 years from now, headers are starting to you know, go bad or anything like that, I would definitely go ahead and throw a set of Moscow supercharged LongTube headers on here. But I think this should be solid. In terms of setup wise, I haven't really seen anyone do this type of setup, just the resonator, or I mean, maybe someone has done it, but I haven't really heard it online. This is the first I've heard it with the resonator, no muffler, no cats, LongTube headers. Monica's E55, hers has the resonator muffler on it, and honestly, it's pretty quiet, not gonna lie. I mean, after driving this, hers has been more quiet now. Most of the setups are everything deleted and leave the stock AMG mufflers. Stock AMG mufflers, they sound pretty good. They're decent. 63 mufflers are better. They're pretty loud though. But in terms of getting it to the sweet spot, I think just leaving the resonator and getting rid of the muffler is like perfect. And if anything, you can throw something back there that some sort of resonator type, not a muffler type, because if you put a muffler back there, it's going to quiet it down. You want some sort of resonator just to really refine it, give it a really nice sound. This is already really refined to my ears. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. If there's anything I didn't answer in this video and you guys would love to know more about it, just let me know in the comments down below and I'll try and answer the questions. But yeah, this is where it's at right now with the car, and stay tuned for future modifications. Like I said, the throttle body is going to be next. Anyways, I will catch you guys in the next video. All right, take care. You guys are wondering, this is where the stock exhaust sits. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this.